record. That's not me. But yeah, first of all, how are you doing, Davina? I mean, it's been April, May, June, July, August, September, October, November, 7 months.
I'm doing pretty good. Well, I think I'm doing good. Like, got my full range of motion back, and then I'm also like starting to go to the gym again. So,
How long
so
did,
good physically, but mentally it's been hard.
can you just repeat that one more time?
Physically I feel like I've been doing good, but mentally it's been like hard.
And can you describe what you've been going through since that? I mean, 7 months is not long for what you endured, you know?
Yeah. I've just been going to the gym. That helps a lot because it's like I have like depression and stuff. So as I work out, like I guess it helps like my stress and hormones and stuff. Um, yeah, a lot of depression, anxiety sometimes if I hear like loud noises or something. Um, what else? And it's just like I don't want to like go outside anymore or do anything. But slowly I've been like pushing myself.
Well, you pushed yourself enough to go to the gym. When did you first get back to the gym?
I started like about a week after I got back here. I wanted to wait till I moved back, to start going to the gym again, just because I felt safer. Um, and I started, yeah, like about a week after I got here. So like in the beginning of November, I mean October, beginning of October.
Beginning of October, you started going back to the gym. And how do you feel? I mean, it is, you said, helping you. Are you trying to train to get back to your competition ready state?
Yeah, that's the plan. But for now, I'm just trying to build like my muscle back because I lost a lot of it. But I'm trying to build it back, which I hope it'll come back fast. And then after that, once I feel good enough, I'll probably join, like try to do another show and compete. But I just need to get that mass back that I had.
Is there one show in particular that you're looking for toward?
I mean, I definitely have to do the stingray since I didn't get to do it. But other than that, like just whatever shows are there.
When is that one? When's that
That
coming?
one in April, but they have it every year, I think. So definitely not next year, but maybe the next one.
I see. So not next April, but the April after. And now, can you just describe? I know you said depression, and the gym is really helping you with that and getting back to your normal life. But um, I wasn't clear. So do you know this person, and how did you know him from school?
Um, no, I did know him, but it wasn't through school. He was selling a car on Facebook, and that's how I met him. Cause I bought a car from him, and then we like became friends.
I see, but no relationship. It was just like a friendship that he.
Um, we weren't in a serious like committed relationship, but we were like talking, I guess you could say.
Dating or something.
Yeah, I guess, kind of.
But so do you think, I mean, if you could describe, just I hate to have you relive it, but I mean, what would you want to tell people? Because this was a shock to you, obviously. Yeah. I mean, it just came out of nowhere, would you say?
Yeah, I think it came out of nowhere because like we never, well, that I know of, we never had like a bad, like outgoing, I guess. And like just I would just tell people to be like safe. Like you never know who's capable of what. And yeah, just be safe. Like let people know like who you're talking to or like what's going on in your life and stuff. Because I'm very like to myself, so no one really knew what was going on. So yeah.
Do you know where it came? Like you had no inkling. Like, did you know why? Was he upset with something? Like,
I don't know exactly why he did it. Like, why would anyone do that? But I had told him maybe like a month before that happened that I didn't like want to be with him like that. So I like cut it off. So I guess he got mad to that.
I see. And just as you recover, do you want to give people hope that you can move on? I mean, just describe, I know you described briefly, I'm on the interview. Um, I know you briefly described how anxiety and, you know, the depression, but do you want to delve deeper into like just this process of moving on?
Um, I would definitely want to give people hope because you can move on no matter like what a bad like what like how bad of a situation you're in. So I feel like you could definitely move on. Just it takes work, a lot of hard work. And you'll definitely always have like triggers, but you just gotta learn how to deal with them. And like yeah, it's just gonna be hard to move on, but anyone could do it. It makes you a stronger person in the end. So
What was the last thing you said?
makes you a stronger person in the end. So just get through it.
But I mean, you are still kind of coping with the what happened, right? I mean,
Yeah, definitely. Um, yeah, it's just
like
I
on
don't
a
feel like the
daily,
same person I was.
sorry, one more time.
Like I don't feel like I'm the same person that I was because I was very like outgoing and I love like doing doing things like meeting new people. So I feel like now it's gonna like I'm gonna be scared to like meet new people because you never know what they could do to you.
And in your daily life, how do you function? Like, do you wake up and is this on your mind do you think about it every day, or how would you
Yeah,
describe?
I definitely do think about it every day. um, one thought that I like usually have is like how it could have gone differently or like how I could have not ended up in this situation. But I feel like that thinking about that every day, like maybe at least like 3 times a day, it just like ruins you. So you just have to like move on and try to not think about that kind of stuff.
And the first time you went back to the gym, how did that feel? Like, were you suspicious of people? You know what I mean? Like, did you look around? Like, how would you describe that?
Um, yeah, I was the first couple of times that I went with my friend, and I did feel safer because it was a boy. But like when we were leaving the gym, I felt like because we went like when the sun was already down. It wasn't too late, but we went when the sun was down, so it was like dark. And we were walking to the car, and I was like, I just got like this wave of like panic, like what if someone just runs up on us and does something? But I was like, I just like looked around, and I was like kind of anxious, but I get that a lot, especially when I'm walking out the gym. It's just like a trigger.
And that started in October when you went back, yeah?
Yeah.
You said October was when you started going back,
Yes.
but not in Hawaii. You never did go back to the gym in Hawaii.
No, I don't think I could have done that. I would have had to go to like a different gym or something.
Do you still get flashbacks of that night or I mean, what happened?
Yeah, sometimes like when I get triggered, I it like takes me back to like the instant. Or even if I just like look at my scars, like it takes me back to like the feeling of it like being on me and stuff.
So it must be difficult. I mean, when you look in the mirror, you look great for what you've been through. I just want you to know, like,
Thank you.
you're beautiful. But when you look in the mirror, does that remind you? I mean, how would you describe that?
Yeah, it definitely reminds me because like I feel like if anyone has like a small scar, they'll look at it and be like, oh, it takes them back to like how they got it. And like me, it's not just a small scar, it's like my whole body. So yeah. And it just like I mean, obviously people are like self-conscious about certain things, so it just makes me like self-conscious because I don't look how I used to.
And so would you say when you look in the mirror, it reminds you of that time?
Yeah, definitely.
Is it hard to look in the mirror because I mean, every morning we brush our teeth and there's you know what I mean? How would
Yeah.
you describe that?
I mean, it's hard. My face, I've gotten a bit more used to because like I see that every time I look in the mirror, no matter like what I'm wearing. But like when I shower and like I see all the scars and stuff, it's like a worse.
Sorry. I thought I was on. Do you mind showing us like what some of your because I know you had some on your arm and your
Yeah, I have them on my hands. Those are like the small ones. And then I don't know if you could see, but like my neck and then my arm, it's actually covered right now because I have to wear these special things so it could like flatten the scars.
and it was 30% of your body. Is that the accurate thing?
It was a bit over like 30%, but yeah,
About 30% of your body was burned.
more than 30%.
More than and I hate just really briefly. Do you want to describe that day? Just briefly.
Um, well, I just walked out the gym. It was kind of late, like almost 10. I was walking out the gym and like right when I get to my car, I felt someone like run up against me. So I turned around and then there's like a gun in my face. And I was just like, whoa, like I'm like a person that doesn't really have reactions. So I just like stood there. I was like confused, which is like the dumbest thing to do. I should have like ran, but I guess I froze up. And yeah, I had a gun in my face. It went off and like the noise was so loud and my ears were ringing. Or like they went like when something loud goes off and your ears like you can't hear. I don't know what it's called, but that happened. And and I saw like a light, so I knew it was like a pop, like something like a gun, like it makes a small light. And and then as my ears were like ringing, I felt like something was thrown on me, and I knew it was like a liquid. It felt warm at first, so I was like, maybe it's just like something hot. But then it started burning, and that's when I just immediately sprinted into the gym and was like, "Can you call 911? Like my skin hurts, like it's burning." And it just kept getting worse, like the pain. And I was like, "Yeah, this isn't good for me. Like I don't know what this is, but this isn't right." Like it made me think of like my competition, and I was like, "Dang, like I'm not gonna be able to compete." Like my mind, like my whole life flashed before my eyes, and I was like, "Oh my god." And when I walked into the gym, I told them like call 911, and then I was there for a while because they were like calling 911, and like I felt like my clothes started to like melt off, and then one of the girls came and she took me to like the showers to wash off, and then the ambulance came, and then yeah.
What gives you the hope today to compete in this stingray? Is the stingray in Hawaii or where's the stingray?
Yeah, it's in Hawaii.
So you're gonna muster up the courage to eventually come back here and compete, right?
Yeah, definitely. I love Hawaii, and I definitely want to go back. Like if it was my choice, I wouldn't have moved, but yeah, Hawaii's beautiful. I definitely want to go back.
So your family wanted you to move.
Yeah, well, my whole family was moving, so I didn't want to just stay there alone.
Oh, because I'm sorry, you lived here with your mom and everybody, and then they were moving. I see. But how are you gonna, I guess what makes you have this, which I think is really remarkable that you're gonna eventually muster up the courage to get back and do the Stingray, which was the competition you wanted to do? What gives you that hope and courage?
I feel like you should never like give up on your dreams. And that's something that I've been wanting to do for a long time, like compete. And I finally like got the chance to while I was in Hawaii. So I wanted to take it, and since I never didn't get to compete, like that's still something I really want to do. I'm not gonna let someone just like take that from me. So
You're gonna fight for it.
yeah, like especially because I know I have the I'm determined and I'm disciplined enough to like get there again. So I definitely will.
And I mean, it's a psychological process too, because when you say that you're a different person and not the same, but you are gonna make sure that you're determined essentially to make
Yeah.
sure psychologically you're prepared, right?
Yeah. I may not be the same person, but I'll be like a better person. So it's all right. I'll get there.
So the pain is still there physically or no?
Yeah, it's not as bad, but it's definitely still there. Like it's like you basically have new skin, and every time you move, like it stretches and like it hurts. And so sometimes even like when I'm working out, like I'll feel it like pulling. It doesn't feel good.
Would you say the emotional scars are even worse?
Definitely. That's I feel like mentally is the most important, and that's like the hardest part too. So I definitely have a lot of mental scars now.
But you're determined to overcome that. How would you say that?
Yeah, I feel like it's important to overcome it because if not, you'll just stay like in these like bad thought cycles, and over time it takes a toll on you. So to move on is better, and like you have to go through it to overcome it. And I feel like what I'm doing to like overcome it is going to like therapy. Well, I'm not going to therapy right now because I don't have insurance, but once I get insurance, I'm gonna start going to therapy because I think that's really important.
But you want to give, and again, just to wrap this up, you want to give people hope that they can move on after such a horrific act, and still you seem like you still love Hawaii and people, so despite what happened to you, you still have that aloha. How would you say?
Um, yeah, definitely give hope to people because no matter like how bad a life you've had or things that have happened, like you can overcome it and become a better person for it, which I think is important because it's people like that that like leave a difference in the world. And yeah, I don't think you should let something bad that's happened like change you completely.
And you definitely want to make a difference in the world, right? I mean, how would you say?
Yeah, I do. Um, I really want to like raise awareness for like burn survivors and stuff because I don't think people really understand like what a burn survivor is or like what they've gone through. So, because I didn't even know what that was until I became one, and I want to raise awareness for them, like how hard it is to live a life like that, and like it's not like any other injury where you can like. Well, I guess other injuries are serious too, but it doesn't like you don't just overcome it like fast. Like it takes a toll on your whole life, and for domestic violence too, I guess like because there's a lot of crimes that happen where it's like a male, especially in India and stuff. There's a lot of like acid attacks, and it's just not good for the world.
So a new purpose in life, right? To raise awareness for burn victims, but also for domestic violence victims. Is that what you're saying?
Yeah, I think that's important.
So finally, in your own words, could you say that you have a new purpose? How would you say that in life? Like this has kind of changed your life forever, right? But you found your purpose and it'll make you better. Like, how would you, in a nutshell, sum that up?
Um, yeah, I think what has happened definitely has made me like realize what I want to do. And well, I want to raise awareness for bird survivors and accident attack people, but also I want to become a physical therapist so I can like help other bird survivors. Because like I just know how it feels. Like I'm the one that's in therapy right now, and like it'll just switch the roles so I can help them out a lot because I know exactly how they feel.
And can you say something? I mean, it seems like you still have aloha. I mean, do you still have that for others?
Yeah, I definitely still have love for other people, but it's just not like now I'm just more aware and like cautious of people. But yeah, I still want to meet like new people like I used to.
Do you forgive, your former friend, or do you still hold, are you there yet?
That's definitely a process. I don't think I'm there yet, but I've watched like other videos of other like acid attack people or burn survivors from like domestic abuse, and they say that like most of them say that they forgive the person that did it. So I know it's definitely like a step in the process. I'm just not that far along the process.
Anything else, Davina, that you'd like to say?
Um, no, I think that's pretty much everything.
I'm just gonna stop.